Hi everybody, I wanted to take a minute and show you a couple things about Khan Academy that will be helpful if you can implement them with some of your classes. It won't be for everybody, but it's just another tool, resource, so you can look at a couple different things and obviously get some good practice for your students and maybe even learn something yourself. So if you go to khanacademy.org, you'll come to this homepage. Make sure that you're signed in on your Orange CSD account in the same browser. That way when you click here, it says Teachers Start Here. You can sign in with your Google account and everything will be uploaded. You may have to click Allow there, but things will work out really well. Now, this is the home page that it brings it to. Yours is probably going to look a little different. I already have a couple of classes set up over here. If you want, you can add a new class, but really what I want you to do right now is kind of explore what Khan Academy has to offer. Some of you will find it useful, and some of you maybe not as useful simply because the material isn't there for your subject area. But one of the things that you should do first is to click over here where your name is and make sure that you go to Settings. And when you do this, scroll down to the bottom and make sure that your role as a teacher or coach is checked. If you want to also use it for your kids, you can click on Parent as well. But make sure you go ahead and click Teacher or Coach. That way you can look and see what your students are doing and set up classes and things along those lines. The other big thing that I'd like for you to do is click on Subjects over here, and you can see what Khan Academy has to offer. Now, not only is it videos, but it's exercises and practice that your students can do to make sure that they are learning things and to make sure that if they need help, we can get them the help that they need. Khan Academy started by Sal Khan a while back, and it was mainly math videos for his niece, and he started posting them online, and now it's developed into this whole big Khan Academy thing. If you click in some of the subjects, it has some main units here, such as algebra, introduction to algebra, solving basic equations and inequalities, but it's also broken down into classes, and so you can see like pre-algebra, algebra 1, and it goes through different skills over here on the right. If you click into a skill, like these skills over here on the right, or an entire unit, such as, let's just look at Introduction to Variables, you can kind of see what goes on here. So here's the main topic. These icons with the triangles mean they're videos. This is kind of like a work practice worksheet, and then this is exercises. So if you want, and you want to know what evaluating an expression with one variable means, you can go ahead and click on this and listen to the video. And I'm not going to play it because I'm not a huge fan of his videos, but they are helpful and informative. And then if you click on this, this has this little activity guide here. And it's going to just go ahead and explain how you do different types of problems, a little bit of reading and writing, and then down here there's some practice as well. So you can click in here and say, okay, we're going to check that, and you just click check and it's good. If you make a mistake, you can check it and see that it's incorrect. You can go back and fix that. But the cool thing about Khan Academy is these practice problems. And so if you go ahead and click on anything with a star, you can actually go ahead and plug in your answer and then click check answer. And if you get it right, ta-da, it works. And if you get it wrong, you go to the next question. Here we go. If we get it wrong, let's see, that'd be, let's say it's 3. We'll put in 3. That's going to be wrong. I know it's wrong. So it then shakes and you're like, I don't know. You can either try and figure it out or you can get a hint. And then if you need another hint, or another hint, or another hint, and then you can go ahead and say, oh, it's 2, put in the correct answer, and check it, and then you go. Now you notice down here, it's check mark, wrong, check mark, wrong. And so when you see the wrongs, you got to get a certain number correct in a row to move on. So even though the kids got hints, they got it wrong initially, they got to go back and fix that. Students don't really like that so much, but it is good practice. Explore some of the other subjects as well. They have a lot of different things in science. Some of them are a little bit more advanced, such as organic chemistry, but also some topics in arts and humanities, economics, computing. They do have SAT prep. However, at this point, we as teachers can't see what our students do in the SAT prep site It's my understanding they're working on that, but that hasn't actually happened yet. But if you're an English or a math teacher, you may want to have them go here, and they can actually choose their practice schedule in terms of where they're at, or work on current skills such as math and reading and writing. And so those are all possibilities as well. One of the things that we will do is I'll show you in another video how to set up your classes if this is something you're interested in. But for right now, what I would do is I would go ahead and explore some of the subjects, explore the different skills that they have to offer, mainly because the feedback and the data that you get from it is awesome. Like I said, I used it with my honors pre-calc kids last year, and I could easily see what students were struggling, what students needed more help, and I use it with my AP Stats kids as well. So you can kind of see I gave them an assignment the other day. You can go ahead and see by clicking on, say, this skill right here, who's practiced it, who has not, and if anybody were struggling, their name would appear over here. So somebody's struggling here in estimating the slope of line of best fit, and that's obvious because we haven't gone over that yet, and we're going to do that today. So I can see who's where and what they've done, and that's really, really a helpful thing. So I hope you enjoy, explore some of the subjects, and let me know if you have any questions.